Going live, y'all. Okay, and welcome everybody to another episode of Growing Me Gaming. This is volume number 172, and today we got a special guest. We got Mr. Neil Jones, Aerial Knight. He's a multi-dimensional 3D artist, game developer that recently released the title Never Yield, which started out as a passion project for him. And so I know you've done the rounds and everything, and so I don't want to, hammer you with a bunch of repetitive questions that other interviewers have already asked you. So, do you want to elaborate a little bit on your gaming history? Because like Never Yield is clearly like when you play it, the vibes you get is strictly it's for the culture, from the music, the feel of the game. I love it, absolutely love it. I'm a runner fan. But go ahead and elaborate a little bit on your history and what led you to Never Yield.
Hey, and thanks for having me.
Yeah, no
Thanks
problem.
everybody in the chat. I see people in the chat going. But no, answering questions. I know I'm answering a lot of the same questions over and over again,
Yeah.
but I don't mind because it's a lot of people's first time like hearing these answers. So ask whatever you like. But as far as Never Yield, it was developed mostly by me. I had a lot of help from my amazing friends here in Detroit who helped me with music, from my friend Dan who did all the music
Yeah.
himself, from like pixel art in certain aspects of the game from my friend Joe. So even though the game has my name on it and I did like 95% of it, I did have a lot of help, especially from my publisher. But the game is narrative runner. It's meant to be like just a really chill and laid back experience, a different take on the runner genre, something a
Yeah.
little bit more chill, and welcoming to like everybody rather than just being like that strictly hardcore, old school kind of way of thinking, and just with a lot of updates and a lot of style. I really wanted everybody to kind of be able to pick up this game and play it how they wanted to. And the release happened. It came out on all the platforms pretty much, and
Yeah.
people seem to be kind of relating to it pretty well. It's supposed to be like a really chill experience that you play on like a lazy Sunday.
Yeah, yeah. What's
Nice.
interesting is that you kind of answer like some of a question I had was about the reception and like what has been your overall like feedback as far as the game. I know in a previous interview you said that a lot of people complain about the slowdown. I've grown to appreciate the slowing down and the visual cues that shows up in the game to help you kind of move along. I've grown to appreciate it. So have you heard anything else about the game that make you kind of want to release a patch or some sort of DLC?
No, not really. I mean, with the slowdown thing, like it was. I think there was a learning curve because people aren't really used to like the most. How do you say the the most welcoming? I don't know if that's not the most accessible option, kind of being the default. And I wanted that for people who aren't used to the genre, people who normally don't play runners. I wanted them
Yeah.
to like really be able to make it all the way to the end. But after the first level, you can always just go to the menu and turn off
Yeah, yeah,
all of those
yeah.
settings.
It's impossible when you
So
play it. I can't. It's funny when I turned it off. I couldn't. It's like I felt like it was unplayable. It was just
yeah,
too. It was too difficult. Like because you got to get the time down and everything. But like I said, I really enjoyed the game. I thought it was a lot of fun. I was unfortunately bitten by the bug that you had with the achievements. So I had got like eight
oh
out.
yeah,
I only got like what 80% of the achievements, and so now
yeah. I
I've
mean, out of all the bugs that there could have been, I'm glad it was that one. Even though I like getting all my achievements too.
yeah, yeah.
But it was annoying and it was really hard to fix for some reason. I think we have a workaround, but it does involve pretty much starting over.
Yeah, like I started over on Steam, because I was like when I was getting ready for this interview, I was like really want to show the gameplay, but I had played through it without recording it, so I went ahead and like copped the Steam version, and I'm playing through it again. I'm like, man, what's with the bonus level? Like I get in there and I die almost immediately, and how do you get back to the bonus level? Do you got to get more coins in order to get back to the bonus level?
Yeah,
Like
so
like
in the game, you pretty much get 3 shots at that bonus level, and those
okay,
coins like give you. It was supposed to be like a callback to old school gaming where you put in a quarter.
yeah,
You get
yeah,
a quarter
exactly.
and you get to play that level. And that was just to kind of give the people who really wanted something like super hardcore like something to kind of like go back towards, because not everybody, wants that really chilled, wholesome type of gameplay. Some people just want that super hard,
Hard,
thing.
yes. I just
So I was like, let me like make one perfect example of, what they wanted and put it in there, but leave it as an option so people who don't really care about that don't have to do that.
yeah, and I just wish that I could get to it from the menus. You know what I mean? Because I was like, I really want to play just the
Yeah,
bonus.
that's the point. It's supposed to be hard. You
Oh
want
my
to get one
gosh.
shot.
I just want to jump in and just play that. Because what's funny is I finally got a coin. I started the bonus, right? And I started getting through it. And the freaking screen flipped. I'm like, oh my
Yep.
God. Like and then when you die, like you have to start over. And you can't jump back into the bonus. You just have to continue playing the game. And I'm like, man, I just want to go back and play that. I just want to go back. So are you planning on adding that as some sort of DLC, like or a way to kind of get to it quickly from like the menus, because that would
Nope.
be
Suffer. I like
so
Wow.
y'all can suffer.
Cold.
that's cold blooded.
Suffer.
That's cold blooded. All right, so ladies, before we go into like our own personal intros, do y'all got any questions for Ariel Knight?
What made you want to like make games,
In
like
general,
video games?
Oh,
In
my,
general, yes.
I would say probably my grandmother. She like here in Detroit, she like did a lot of stuff. She owned a bunch of restaurants and whatnot, and then she ended up being in a spot where she kind of like took me and my brothers in, and she was like for a short period of time she tried to like do her restaurant business and like kind of
Yeah.
raise us. So I spent a lot of time when I was a kid in a bowling alley, while she was like cooking and running her restaurant. I would go in and I would like none of the employees could say nothing to me because I was like the owner's kid. I would just grab a bunch of quarters and I would go down the bowling alley to those arcades and I would just put quarters in and just play games. And then my grandma, she had a Sega Genesis. When we would go home and sometimes she had Bejeweled on there. She just bought a Sega Genesis just for Bejeweled because she loved that game so much. And she would just sit there and play with me. And being a black kid in Detroit is like a rough time. But that was like my favorite thing to do, was like to sit there and play video games with my grandma.
oh
And
wow,
she when I got older, I told her, I was like, I don't know what I want to do. I would just want to make video games, maybe because I saw those commercials on TV. And she never even asked a question. She was like, what school you want to go to? What do you need from me? And she always kind of had my back with it. Never even questioned it. Even with all the struggles that I had in the game industry,
Yeah.
that she was there for the whole thing. She knew how hard it was on me, and my doubts about the whole thing. She was just like, hey, you're really good at it. I think you can do it. I just hope that I'm here long enough to like see you like kind of like do it. And then on Twitter, I posted this video of her seeing like me like have a 2-page like story in the not the New York Times, the Detroit Free Press.
yeah.
And then she like cried and like it was really nice. So yeah, all credit goes to my grandma for that one.
Beautiful. That's beautiful.
That's what's up.
Yeah, you kind of elaborated on it, but because you was talking about a little bit of like your struggles and stuff. I mean, I saw your portfolio. You had a bunch of like environmental art, some 3D work there. So, in your opinion, like, what do you think companies can do to kind of curb that as far as diversity? Because I mean, it's funny. I have been doing like things in design for a number of years as well, and I'm just now getting into doing like what I really wanted to do all along, like as far as gaming stuff, and like my work is related to that a little bit. So, what do you think companies can do to like retain diversity or just kind of appeal to minorities as an audience for it? Because I mean, we're in the industry, like we're still less than 1%. So, what do you think
Yeah.
companies can do?
Yeah, so I think we haven't really seen the numbers updated in like the past couple of years, but this past year itself, because I'm connected with like a lot of people who were in the same spot as me, trying to make their way into the
Yeah.
game industry and find a spot. And over the past year, there has been a shift. It's been a slight shift, but I've seen a lot of those people just get more jobs and opportunities. And like us as Black people, we never been asked to like be given anything. We always
Right.
just
We wanna
said,
earn
give
it.
us a chance.
Yeah.
Just give us an opportunity, a shot, and we'll like meet whatever challenge there is, but we never just got those opportunities. So I always when people ask me what can the game industry to do to be better, I think they are already starting to take those steps. They just need to do more of what they're already doing, as well as outreach to different places, like like Detroit is a highly black city with like a giant black population. If there was any kind of studios out here, more black people will inherently be a part of the
Yeah,
game
it's true.
industry. Atlanta, like,
Oh yeah,
Atlanta's a little
it's
bit too
home.
much right now. It's overcrowded, and their government is whatever. But that's another example of a
Dang man,
place
you hurt my
where
heart.
we
You know, that's
are.
what that's where we from, right? That's home for us. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, no, I appreciate you all. Atlanta's trash.
Oh,
Well, I live
okay.
in South Georgia. South Georgia.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, see, I mean, that's kind of like Atlanta's the best of that whole state. But
Dang.
um,
Man, you
Like,
can't
Savannah
come
would
on.
be upset
He
with that.
coming on our show and trashing our state. That is crazy.
Damn, that's cold.
I mean, the
That's
fact that y'all
cold-blooded.
claiming the state, that's
Oh,
one of the problems.
Wow. I will
Look
not
at
take
what
this
they doing.
slander. I will not take the slander.
Look here. We know Georgia is like last and everything decent, but you gotta still support your home state, even in their fuckery.
Yeah, you got to support your home state. I'm from there.
Oh,
That's cold blooded, man. It's cold. That's
Nah,
cold.
as much as
Look, shout out to
everybody talk
home.
about
I love
Detroit,
home. Okay, it is what it is. It is what it is. I love home. Family, all that. I don't. Some things you can't control. Whatever.
Yeah,
I'm a little in my
y'all
feelings, but
come
it's
to
all
Detroit.
good.
It's nice and peaceful up here.
Yeah, and no, yeah, we're gonna get into that game industry jobs and whatnot, but we get it. But yeah, so I mean, I agree with you as far as having more gaming companies and more densely populated as far as African American community areas in order to kind of provide those jobs to that audience. I completely get it. And so outside of that, is there anything else you've been playing outside of your game, like your own personal game? Like, is there anything you playing right now, or in the future, is there a genre you want to tackle outside of runners?
Oh yeah, for games outside of runners, I definitely got a book full of ideas that I want to do. But I've been trying to catch up on a lot of games that I kind of missed out on. During development, past like year and a half, I really didn't get to play much. Right now, I'm catching up on all the No Man's Sky updates. Man, this game's good. And then a bunch
I have my
of
reasons.
indie games. I mean, it depends on what you're looking for. If you go into No Man's Sky, just knowing that it's going to be a lot of walking and chilling, it's a fun game. But a little bit of Fortnite, a bunch of indie games. PlayStation just had this giant indie game sale where like there was a bunch of really awesome small little games. I think my favorite so far has been Gridstone. Gridstone's really dope. That's a really cool puzzle game.
Yeah.
Oh, and
you
After
said
Party.
Gridstone. After Party.
Gridstone.
After
and
Party is dope. I like After Party. After Party was pretty good too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. All right,
What
so
about you all?
we're gonna you talking about as far as what we playing right now? I guess
Yeah.
we kind of go into that, ladies. For me, Psychonauts. I'm playing through the first one because the second one is coming around here soon. Let's see what else. Ratchet and Clank. Gorgeous game. Let's see, what else did I play this week? That's pretty much it for me. What have you ladies been playing?
For me, I played a little bit of Little Nightmares. My problem is always the jumping. That I ain't got no coordination. I'm sorry, I can't swing and jump. But it just frustrates me. But I do love the aesthetics. I do love the artwork.
Mm-hmm.
It's giving me the vibes that I was getting with the first game, and I really, really enjoy that. I really do. Also, I've been playing some Call of Duty. I know it's always Call of Duty. So
But we understand that show.
that's my thing. I know.
Yeah,
My obsession, my curse.
Mhm.
It is what it is. My main goal was to try to get to level 100 and get that battle pass up there, but I got like 6 days. Unless I'm playing every day, I'm not gonna do it. But at least I prestiged once, and I'm cool with that. I'm satisfied. I get the new emblems. I get the the little tag, the gamer cards and stuff like that. And I played with Sid Nasty on Cold War, and it was core sometimes, and I like hardcore mode. It was pretty good. It took me a couple of games to get used to core, but as soon as I got used to it, we were just dropping bodies, just really dropping bodies. Last but not least, we played Shaolin versus Wu-Tang, indie game. And our goal was to beat every character on the roster to get that diamond achievement. Only 0.73% of people got this achievement. And yesterday we played a couple of hours with on the Black Gamer League side, and then last night I had little cocktails and we went through the last 96 characters last night, and took me about like maybe 2.5 hours, 3 hours to beat it. But we got the achievement. I enjoyed the game. If you're not familiar with Shaolin versus Wu-Tang, if you like old kung fu movies and martial art movies and fighting games, it's the perfect game. And I'm gonna play the second one, and I just can't wait. I got a lot of games in the backlog that I'm gonna try to hit up now. So that's what I'm doing.
And what about you, CHAREECE?
All right. First of all, I want to say shout out to our chats. They have been excellent listening to our guests talking about
Okay, you clicking
random
away.
stuff. I know, right? I've been talking to them, making sure. ATL, yeah, it hurt my heart. We talking about Georgia.
I know. Right?
I know. X-Buzz, Calvin, Other Zeke, Mitchie Dazzalot, thank y'all for coming through. We greatly appreciate it. Thank y'all for shouting out our guests. Make sure to like and, go on Twitter, like his game, go to YouTube, like his videos. He and us would greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, we're going to tell about nothing about your game, bro. Even though
you know, right? Because I'm going to buy this game. I'm looking at the gameplay and it's nice. Right. But yeah, so I finally played this week. Last week, I was so busy at work, I didn't play anything. But this week, I played way too much and everybody had an update. So I was on that Genshin Impact, leveling up my characters. Yes. And then, of course, I got caught up in Destiny.
Not gonna talk about Destiny. You see, I completely skipped that, right? All right.
Anna kicked our butt, but I caught up. And it was ugly. We're not gonna comment it. It was way too ugly.
Yeah.
Like Lord Shax was disappointed.
I don't know. He showed disappointed in me because I don't know what was going on that day. I think it was ugly. Reset day. It was ugly.
Was there anything else? Oh
yeah. Of course. Phantasy Star Online New Genesis dropped. Oh yes. My god!
I told you. It's
good, my god!
Right?
It was so much better than the first one. I'm still early in the story, like super early in the story. I'm not even level 10 yet, so I'm still in
I think I'm like 13.
The prequel and everything. I am so loving the fighting mechanics of it. It's like it's faster, if that's even possible, than the original game.
Definitely more fluid gameplay wise.
Yes, it is. Like you can hop in and out. There is some lag, but I was having issues with the server earlier yesterday, so maybe they've got that figured out.
Trash internet you got. That's what that is.
Hey, it's South Georgia now. We in the boonies. But I don't know. It was so. Hopefully, get that situated and get my character leveled up. So if y'all need a healer in New Genesis, I'm your girl. Just saying.
Okay. So, yeah. All right. Anything else we've been playing this week?
I think that was all.
Phantasy Star. I did play some Phantasy Star. I'm level 13. Yeah, but I played it like I was playing when it had the beta and stuff. So
did they let you keep your stuff
over? It carries over.
Oh, crap! Not really mad. I missed it. Sorry.
Sorry. Yeah, it's all good. So as we were saying earlier, please go out and play Aerial Knight's Mr. Anti-Atlanta game, please. You can catch it on Steam, Epic. It's on Epic Game Store, Nintendo, PlayStation, and it's on Xbox.
No. Let's get it straight. I'm anti 49% of Atlanta.
I get it.
I get where you're going.
I get that.
I get where you're going, but yeah, still home.
That means you like 75% the rest of Georgia. That you're
exactly. But he don't know that though. He don't know that part. He don't know that.
It's all right. I have to deal with it every day. I understand.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna jump into some news topics. I really don't have that many of these this week because we all know what's happening. E3 is like right around the corner. There's been like trailers being dropped. You have the Summer Game Fest. The Jeff Keighley's show or whatever. I can't remember what that's right. It's called Summer Game Fest, right?
Summer Game Fest.
Yeah. So I just want to get some impressions of what you all thought of that, and like, did you wish you saw more? Did you like the pacing? Like, what's your overall feel of the show? Anybody can start.
I would like to hear what the guests got to say.
Ooh, all right.
Oh, Me in general, I've been kind of trying to avoid it, but I did end up watching the Summer Games Fest. I think there's just too many games. Like,
Oof, no such thing. Come on.
Yes, sir. There is such thing as too many games because you spread people out so much. I mean, in general, too many games, not like just for one show. And you see how many shows there are. I kind of miss the days of, hey, we got this like 3 days for E3. And in those 3 days, we can all just like dive in and just focus on all the games. And then we get a break because it just seems exhausting. Just this back-to-back like gauntlet of trying to remember what shows, what times, what games, and games get their shine for like 10 minutes and then on to the next one. So I think it's just like overwhelming right now. Well, it will fix itself in like a couple of years, but we'll see what happens.
Do you think it's gonna? Do you think it's gonna just from this point forward be a digital show? Do you think they're gonna have a physical show again, or you think this?
They're going back to physical. Physical served more purposes than just the fans. It was like a meeting place, and had a lot of like business meetings and stuff like that, and all in one spot. And the bigger like places like IGN and stuff like that, they want to be there and like have the hands on and do all that cool stuff. So it's definitely going back.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, we're regulars for E3 at this point. I like to say, so we would go, and you're right. It's definitely meet up, meet and greet, kind of like, it's definitely a vibe. It's definitely a vibe when you go.
Now, if the fans are invited, that's a different story. I don't know if they'll keep doing the fan thing because it's too many people.
Yeah, it was wow.
It's a mess.
Yeah.
I could smell E3 from Detroit.
Wow.
I mean, that's convention 101, and people don't do what they need to do before they go in there.
Yeah, we ain't gotta go into it.
We gotta let Ray. We don't gotta let Ray. Just buy some deodorant next time. Anyway, go to so lady, go ahead and elaborate on Summer Game Fest.
Okay, okay. This is what's stuck in my mind. Death Stranding director's cut. I'm trying to be nice about it because we got a guest here. I'm gonna be nice.
We got company today.
We got company today. We got company today.
So. Hey, don't let me hold you up.
Okay, you ain't gotta tell me twice. Okay, bet. Look, everybody who's saying that it's gonna be a free upgrade on PS5, I highly doubt it. I don't think so.
Look how PlayStation acting.
I'm telling. Okay. Everybody now. Let's do for our guests. This is a little backstory. The reason why I bought a PlayStation 4 was for Death Stranding. Bought it day one. Pre-ordered it, downloaded, took a day off work, played it, and it was horrible. I did not enjoy it. I was not having fun. It felt like a job for my experience with the game. Carrying them boxes and making sure my shoes ain't busted, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? That's how my personal preference of my personal experience with that game. Mm-hmm. So when the Summer Game Fest came on, Kojima, I'm not fit to act like Kojima is not. He's not famous for what he does, and I know he has plenty of fans, and I know his vision is not normal as other people's vision are when it comes to games. And don't get me wrong, Death Stranding was like, the soundtrack was good, the artwork was amazing, I was in the world,
the setting was,
but the gameplay, the dialogue, I fell asleep a couple of times. So when I found out they was doing a director's cut, I was like, what y'all gonna put in there that y'all already done put? It's a long game. Yes, the first one is a long game, and there's people that didn't even finish it. Me. But I'm not. People, I guess people were just hyped for something that's, I think that with Kojima, I think he's just going to put some more like movie backgrounds and stuff, and he's going to charge you. And if you're a fan of that, go ahead. If you think that game was fire and you want to get the director's cut, by all means, go ahead and pay that money, because I am not doing it. They're not gonna pit me. They're not gonna pit me again. They're not, because they really did that to me.
I will say, I agree with your sentiment because I was kind of in the same spot when I got Death Stranding. I don't call games bad though, because I just say they're not for me.
They're not,
because
right,
for
right.
this,
Me too. Because same thing.
Death Stranding and No Man's Sky is kind of similar, like when you think about it. But I enjoy No Man's Sky. A lot of people don't enjoy No Man's Sky, but really like Death Stranding. So it's all for what people like are looking for and stuff like that. But no, I had some of the same like critiques of Death Stranding. But hey, like you said, more games the better, even if it's just an update.
Yeah, I don't know. I just wonder what they're gonna add to this director's cut. Because like, is it gonna be a new gameplay elements? Like that's what I'm hoping for. Because granted, I didn't play it. I watched the movie. You know what I mean? But it's like the gameplay was the same.
It took me a second, but I got it. That was fun.
But because the gameplay mechanics just like, and it took forever to get to a point where you actually using some sort of weapon. I'm just like, what is happening with this game? But so I'm hoping that it has. I hope they add more gameplay elements, kind of stretch out the experience in that way instead of just having it felt mundane sometimes and monotonous a little bit. Just what I see.
Tiny Tina's Wonderland, from Borderlands.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I say Fantasy Borderlands. That's what I call it.
Fantasy Borderlands. Yeah. Wonderland.
Which sounds dope. I wish they showed more of it.
Me too.
I think this might be good. I think for the looter shooter genre and make it fantasy, I think that has potential. I'm intrigued on that one. Elden Ring. Okay. Elden Ring.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I am on it. Let's get it popping. Elden Rings, to me, in my eyes, reminds me of a Dark Souls 4 with story. And
it's supposed to be multiplayer too, though.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. I'm copping that. I love how can I say this? I like getting better after I get my ass kicked in some games,
Yeah.
And from
learning
software,
and growing,
learning from your mess ups. So I think, and that's why I enjoy Bloodborne and I enjoy Dark Souls 3. So for them to have that aesthetic in their new title, I'm with it. The thing I don't like that is cross-gen. It's not. They're gonna have it on the PS4 and the Xbox One as well, which kind of like.
But see, you're saying that out of a sports position. See, you have an next-gen platform. A lot of people don't. So
that's fine. Wait,
what's wrong with it being cross-platform?
Right.
No, I don't. Some people don't like it. Some people want it to be next gen, and for me, for a person who has a PlayStation.
Wait, pause before you go into that, because we got a developer on the panel.
Okay.
So it's like, why? Like, why do you think that the people who want games on next gen platform? I mean, is it just because they want the game to be strictly focused on the better hardware?
Yes. Or them people that's not me.
That's not you. Okay.
People that's not me. Let's get that right, because I don't have a PS5. I want a PS5. I can't attain a PS5, and
but you have a Series X though, so
yeah. But I got everything. I got everything. So, I don't have a problem with it personally with Elden Ring, because there's a couple of titles that's going to be cross gen, and some people need to understand, like, there's not enough hardware for everybody to pass around, and to widen up that net of that paper, you gonna have to cross gen your games. And I'm with it, because I know there's gonna be some titles on the PS5 they're not gonna have that they're gonna support on PS4. I don't have a problem with it. You know what I mean? But Elden Ring, it's a cop, and they put out a date, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
And what we're gonna do this time for another From Software game is to put the Series 2 down and get the one that came out the box, because I cannot risk losing another expensive controller due to a video game. But the summer game, Jeff Keighley gonna be Jeff Keighley. You know how he is. We saw the shoes, and it's okay. We thought they were ones.
We thought they sure it was. It was.
Sir,
we can be petty. We can be
the lowest.
We just have fun with it, you know.
Yeah, but I think, and I'll give him credit. He had some good production value.
The production was dope. Yeah,
the production was dope, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I was with my homegirls watching it, so that's the best part.
Yeah,
that's my thing.
All right,
yeah, that stage was dope.
Oh, the stage. Oh yeah, the green screen. I loved it. I thought it was nice.
That wasn't a green screen.
What?
No, that was real video.
Wow, they just had it. The whole thing was. That's kind of.
That's why I saw the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Okay, dope. Charisse, what do you think about Summer Game Fest?
So I did not get to watch it live because unfortunately work is kicking my butt. But I caught the recap later, and the Death Stranding one that's still hilarious to me that there's a director's cut version of this game.
Well, it's a movie, so yeah.
Oh, okay, extended edition. Okay, Justice League, you do you. But yes, so I am not picking that up. Actually, I don't know, depending on the price, because he is going to charge for it. I don't know why y'all don't think he's not.
It's not him.
Well, excuse me, Sony is going to charge for it because, again, let's call people out for who's doing this. They're not just going to add it to it. Like, you can upload it to your... Actually, can you play the original Death Stranding on PS5? I'm assuming you can. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, cool. So, honestly, I would say it could be a DLC content, whatever, free of charge, but yeah, Sony gonna get that money. I also, what else? Oh, the Battlefield trailer. Was that part of Summer Game, or did that just come out before?
That was separate. It was a little bit separate, but you can go ahead and throw it in here. That's fine.
Oh yeah, the trailer was like, I was crunk the whole time, and I was like, oh, look at this mess. This is like, no logic was put in this whatsoever. I love it. And then come to find out it was multiplayer only, and my kind of crash and burn. So that's a no for me, because I don't do multiplayer that often unless I'm playing with friends, and so I need a story. The Elden Ring looks tight, but I cannot do From Software games. I understand the difficulty level, but to the point where, like Lady said, you might have to break a controller. I can't. So I'll just watch her play that, support her in her streams, but that's a no for me. It looks pretty, and I support whoever buys it. I like the world, looks very interesting. Like, I would read hellified books on that.
Y'all not sick of medieval stuff yet? Because I
was about to go there. That was my next thing. That's exactly what I was gonna say.
It's
like, that's where I'm going next.
It's not zombies. At least it's not zombies, because you remember they kind of played that out a little bit.
Well,
at least it's not zombies. Put it on a t-shirt.
well, honestly, one thing before you go any deeper, like, because Ariel Knight alluded to it, like, I wish From Software would have put the game in a different time period, because it feels too much like their other games, like Bloodborne.
Remember, this one is with, what's his name, the author, the Game of Thrones author.
Yeah. So I understand that.
R.R. Martin, him.
R.R. Martin, yeah. I understand that. I understand that. You know, and it is what it is. But it's like, it looks so much like there's other stuff. I feel like it's just another one of those. Like, it's a sequel to the Souls-like, or, you know, that's what it feels like. So I agree completely. I wish it was in a completely different era, completely different. But I know who wrote it. I get it. But I'm a little bit frustrated by that, because it's like, it's almost like, I hate to say it, one trick pony kind of thing. You know, because even if you think about Sekiro, it was a different time period, but it had that same, I don't know, it was samey. So yeah, but
look, we haven't heard that word in a while.
I know. But one thing I did forget to ask Ariel Knight was the fun question is basically like, what's your favorite food? Like, what's your favorite dish? Oh. Yeah.
I'm super simple and basic. Man, I'd be like,
come on,
cheeseburger with only ketchup and cheese. I don't put nothing else on it.
Ketchup and cheese?
Just cheese and ketchup. I'm like, I told you, I'm super basic. I'm a child when it comes to food.
At least be honest about it. I can support that.
I appreciate that.
Dang, I was hoping we're foodies around here, so I was hoping to hear something like.
Oh no, I like different types. I like the same basic stuff from different places though. Like.
Okay. So you picked the burger though. Like, you said a burger. Okay. What's your favorite though? Burger would be your favorite, for sure.
Yeah, I've been trying not to because I'm getting older and stuff. I'm like I can't be just eating meat like this, and I'm like, so like, I think I'm like pizza and like Chinese food now. It's like just like some super basic pizza, pepperoni, something that's not gonna make your chest hurt in the middle of the night.
Like Hubs. This dude sounds just like Hubs, y'all. Like legit, straight basic food. Hardly any sauces, no variety on the pizza.
Yep, nothing on the pizza.
No
what
Supreme.
About y'all?
So if you was cooking at home one night, what would you fix for yourself?
Yeah.
Or
do you make?
Am I being fancy or am I just trying to get through the night?
It's a Wednesday night. You don't work. You're semi-tired, but you still got to eat because you're a functioning adult. What do you cook?
Breakfast.
Oh, okay. Okay, we can do that. I like that. I like that.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, I make me some eggs, some sausage, and bacon, or egg, sausage, and like oatmeal and some toast or something like that.
Oh, he told me.
That's a good dinner.
Yes, I can do it. Breakfast for dinner
at night.
Nice.
Yes, breakfast for dinner is dope.
Yes, I heard your question. I'm simple too. I like burgers and fries. Give me a bacon cheeseburger with some French fries and a cherry Coke, and we good. We're square.
Mm-hmm. My favorite food, I think I mentioned on the show like a few weeks back though, is nachos. Like I love Texas Vita nachos, where you have like a shrimp, chicken, and steak, and then like all the fixings, so like your bell pepper onion and queso.
I ain't heard that in a while.
Country stuff. Like bell pepper onion and then the tortilla. Like, love it. Absolutely, that's my favorite.
That's dope.
What about you, Charisse? What's your favorite food?
I don't have a favorite food. I just like
you always
food.
say that. You gotta.
It gotta be something. It gotta be something.
Your go-to. What's your go-to?
What is my go-to? I don't have a go-to. It's like, okay, what do I not feel like cooking tonight? Or what do I? No, I like eggs. Believe it or not, like I love scrambled eggs, fried eggs, whatever. I will eat a fried egg sandwich every day if I possibly could. I don't know.
I feel like the
eggs.
things that you say can easily just go on t-shirts. Like, I need to follow you around, just write things down. I like eggs. I like all types of eggs.
Well, we do have a shirt with our sayings.
Do, you know what I'm saying? Our sayings on. I'm rocking one of our merch. I recently merch,
and we have all our sayings on there.
Yeah, our sayings on there. Yeah, for real.
Yeah, but that because I fix, like I have egg dishes that I fix, like eggs and rice. I made some other night for dinner.
You said eggs and rice?
Don't sleep on eggs and rice. Eggs and rice. They come in clutch when you ain't got nothing to do.
When you got some rice sitting in the refrigerator, like you cooked it yesterday, you heat it up with some bit of butter, scramble up some eggs, pour it up in the pan together, and just scramble that bitch all up. There you go.
Dang, yo, I'm from the South, and
Hey, I will eat that day and night. Like my husband already knows, baby, do you want me to save this rice for you? Yes, honey, save the rice.
Rice pudding. Rice pudding.
Rice pudding. Okay, there we go. Something I can get down, get jiggy with.
I can do rice pudding.
Do you eat rice pudding cold or hot?
It gotta be cold.
It's gotta be hot.
I put it in the microwave and like warm.
I like my warm.
Really. Mm-hmm. I do the same thing with applesauce. Like you take some applesauce, put some cinnamon in it.
Now that
put it in the microwave.
I don't do that. I don't warm up the applesauce.
It's like apple pie almost. I'm like,
oh dang, okay.
It's good. Especially up in Michigan, it get cold up here. I heat up everything.
Got you. Okay. Bet. All right. So anybody else got anything that's as far as like gaming related that they want to mention as far as Summer Game Fest? Because my next question, of course, is about tomorrow. So
I have a question for our guests.
Okay, go ahead.
What is like your one thing to relax? You do promotions, you do interviews to promote your games. What is like the one thing that you can do to relax?
Oh, like as soon as I get done with interviews, I got like TV on the side. I just turn on DuckTales. I just sit here and watch DuckTales for like 30 minutes. And then
the old one or the new one?
Both. I like both.
Oh wow, okay.
The new song is better though.
The new song was popping.
Yeah, that was dope.
So what? Okay, so you said DuckTales. What other shows are you watching?
I watch almost everything. I watched that new Netflix movie that came out last night. It's called Asleep or something like that. It's real weird. It's weird. And then this morning I was watching anime. I was catching up on My Hero, but I only watched dubbed. Okay. So I'm like a couple episodes behind. Yeah, and reading comic books. I was reading Saga last weekend. I kind of do everything, whatever I kind of feel like, and whatever franchise I fall into.
Gotcha. Okay, it's cool. It's cool.
Y'all all into the Disney Plus? Yeah.
Yes. Oh yes. Disney's in their bag right now.
Disney
Loki. Loki's dope.
I still haven't watched Loki.
I watched that this morning. Yeah, you gotta watch it. Delilah.
Okay.
Awesome.
I heard you gotta watch it twice. I heard to kind of catch it.
It's some stuff like I feel like I might need to go back and rewatch it. But it's a lot of information thrown at you at one time.
Yeah, I gotta get caught up. Right now, I'm so into this show, Startup on Netflix. Like, I am so into that show right now. Like, it's so good. And I've been telling them, this is like my third week, telling them to watch the show. And none of them watched it, so I guess it's
the best when you tell your friends, hey, this show is amazing, and then no one watches it. Like a couple months later, they come and try to tell you.
Do I even matter to y'all?
That's me.
They tell you to watch it a couple months later when they forgot that you told them first.
Watch list.
Exactly. They're like, oh, what Delilah say? We don't care. What you say? Oh, we
care.
weren't listening. We weren't listening. What you say? Oh no, girl. What? That's what I get.
You gonna do that to us?
Cause it's 3 weeks. It's the third week. I done told you about this show 3 weeks in a row. So I need one of y'all to watch it so we can at least have some dialogue. I want to share it with my girls now. I mean, whatever. It is what it is. I'm gonna find some new friends and I'm gonna watch it with them.
And not find no new friends. We gonna be some problems up in here, girl. You crazy.
You know how you say, oh, this is my best friend here. How she your best friend when I'm your best friend?
See? Fight already.
Well, since y'all care.
Best friends depends on what day it is and who did what for you first.
Oh,
not in this. Not for us. Not for us.
Not for us. No. I don't know about friendship.
What y'all say now? Watch.
What you mean?
No, it's real. It's real. No.
We've been doing this for about 4 years in July, and before we even did this show, we had a rapport with all of us, and I personally picked these ladies to do this because I know them, I know their work ethics, and I know their passion for gaming, and that's a good start to anything. If you have a good team on your squad, I don't care if it's a game, a manga, a movie, a song. If you have a good team with you, and it has to be outside of the actual thing. Like we talk to each other every day. We talk about important real life stuff to each other that I feel like not everybody do. So ain't no fakeness around here.
Right, thanks. So speaking of team though, that kind of bring me back to something I forgot to ask you earlier. You did mention your team at the beginning, but how did your team come together? Was there some history there before y'all started working on the game?
Well, it was never really a team. I just kind of worked on it until I needed help with a certain thing. I'd be like, hey, Dan, you want to do the music? And Dan did the music, and we went back and forth with that. And then, whenever I would need pixel art help, because I ended up not using a lot of pixel art except for in the pause screen. But my homie Joe, who I met a long time ago, I was just like, hey, can you do this for me? And everybody was super awesome.
Yes.
I do have a question for you all though.
Oh yeah, sure.
So as gamer people, what do you think accurate price for a new indie game before Game Pass or any of that stuff? What do you think a good price for an indie game is?
I would say about
the length of the. I would say the length.
Yeah.
So length.
Yeah.
It depends on the length of the game. I don't know. I say between 11 to 15. Depends on the game. For me, I don't.
That's why I've been asking people, and it's interesting hearing people's reply. It's $10, $11 or something like that, depending on the length. But we spend the same. We spend $10, $11 on a movie ticket. That's only an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Are you trying to say that your game is expensive, sir?
No, I'm trying to say indie games are the cheapest form of media for the amount of work that goes into them. And most gamers kind of relate it to it needs to be 20 or so hours for $10. But when we take that into any other form of media, like movies or TV
I get what you're saying.
Whatever.
You'll pay for $16 to see a 2-hour movie.
Right. Or if you buy a Blu-ray, that's $20 for a 2-hour movie that you watch a couple times.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. I never thought about it
So
like that.
It's just interesting to like see what gamers kind of like what they go to first.
So do you think as an industry as a whole that the game prices that we have in place right now, outside of the $60 AAAs and the $70, for Sony games, do you think that the pricing structure that we have for indie games is just too low? Is that what you're trying to get at? Because
No,
the amount of development time it takes and all that stuff and effort put into it, art. I mean, I know a lot go into games, Games is extremely hard and it takes years, to develop. So, I mean,
yeah, I think just more understanding, of the process and the length and all the stuff that goes into it, to gamers, like, kind of helps. I don't think the pricing structure is the issue. I think how we go about buying games right now will potentially be an issue because people like these indie games, but they don't want to pay anything for them, really. They're like, I'll wait for the biggest discount possible, which is understandable. But things like Game Pass and PlayStation Plus and stuff like that, I think that's more of a way to go with it, more of the Netflix model, where kind of these big corporations or whatever pay these small studios to make these really cool experiences that offer different mechanics and different feels and vibes that everybody's looking for. And that way, these studios can make whatever they want and not have to worry about, if it will actually sell or not. This goes up on the platform. Yeah. That way, gamers also get all these cool different things without the money thing in between. They can just be like, hey, Never Yield just came out. Let me just go give it a shot since people are talking about it, and they don't have to pay for it.
Right. That's the beautiful part about Game Pass. I think that's why I think that's a great strategy that Microsoft is doing, and I think it's paying dividends. Just based on what the information that was released in this past week. As far as engagement and how many people actually buy in the game, even though they pay a subscription, people are still purchasing titles out of the service. So I think it has. If it gets big enough, I think it has enough to change the industry, and we could see other platform holders doing having some sort of similar structure, and then it'll change the way games are, as far as doing pitching to get funding, as far as getting people to, especially with the COVID era, is working from home and working remote and building out teams to support the games and stuff like that. I think it has potential to just change the way this entire dynamic is structured, because people as far as getting funding for games, and people have to do these pitches sometime, have to pretty much almost be begging to get some sort of feedback. You get more no's than anything else. So I get it. I get it. And so I'm hoping that Game Pass changes everything with that.
And the other part of my question was, how do you all feel about Epic Game Store and what they've been doing?
Do you want to elaborate on what they've been?
Epic Game Store, they pretty much give out a free game every week.
Yeah.
There's no subscriptions, nothing like that.
Oh yes. Gotta go get the game.
As long as they're paying the developers for them, I'm fine. Even though I don't really claim the games because I don't play the ones that they're offering, but they still have to pay out of pocket for it, as you see from where we was for the court case that are still going on. Yeah. So people are still getting paid about it. So developers still getting paid. So I'm fine as long as they cover it on their end. Do what you do.
But see, also I think about what kind of return is the developer going to get? You said they're still paying the developer, so yeah, it's a win-win for everybody, right? As long as the developer get the money for the work they put in for that game, I'm with it. So it's because I don't, last thing you want is that they put this game out for free, but then the developer's not really getting any sort of kickback, or you find out 2 months later that the development studio is closing and they ain't really, all the other people on the upper management got all the checks, and then the people who did all the work didn't get nothing. You know what I mean? So it's I agree.
That's kind of the hierarchy. No matter what,
corporate,
the people who actually,
the
people who made these games don't really get paid for it. They get paid for making it. They don't get paid after the fact most of the time. Yeah. Other than CG Project Red, they had a really good strategy on paper for how to rev share. But I don't know any details on it, so I don't like talking about stuff I don't know about.
Yeah, I got you. Okay. Is there anything else you ladies want to add before we jump into like expectations for E3?
I like that Cuphead painting in the back.
I know.
Did you see the trailer for the Netflix show? I can't wait.
Yes, that looks good. That looks really good.
Wayne Brady is amazing. I can't wait.
Yeah.
People underestimate the talent of Wayne Brady. If you go back to like the Dave Chappelle show and
that was
so I really and he just been getting the bag. He just been getting in the bag, and I'm down it. I'm down.
He mind his own business and he make his money. That's all you.
There you go. That's all you need to do.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, y'all get ready. Let's talk E3. You know I can't talk about it too much. So the question I have for y'all is, what do y'all expect? What do y'all want to see tomorrow? Like, cause Microsoft Bethesda's having their showcase. So what are y'all expecting to see? How do you feel about it? That whole thing. Anybody can go.
Okay, I want to see some Halo. I need some Halo gameplay.
Okay.
You know you're gonna get that.
I got that on the ad. It's on the ad, so it's a good chance that you gonna see that.
I did on Halo Infinite. I heard there was a rumor.
Oh no, hold on now. We got the rumors. You got to keep it subdued with the rumors. But go ahead.
Okay, they said the rumor was that they're gonna put the demo out at the end of the presentation. That's all. I don't believe that.
Multiplayer, right?
Yeah, multiplayer. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I really would love to see like the new Elder Scrolls, see what's going to happen with that. My biggest thing I want is like, Fallout New Vegas 2. You know what I'm saying? It ain't ever going to happen, but that will give me
Fallout New Vegas 2. That's what you want to see?
If they put the graphical artwork of Fallout 4 into the Mojave Wasteland, backdrop, it will be a great thing. But that's just me. That's just my own personal take. Fallout, because I'm a big Fallout fan. I don't want Bethesda to sit on 76 like we could just keep doing updates every year and it's gonna be popular. There's gonna be some people that just want that beat all the story from Fallout 76 and want a new story from the Fallout world. That it will be me, and I hope it's New Vegas. And the most important thing about I want to be ooh and ah. I want like ooh, because when you don't I guess because we've been to these presentations before, there's always a sense of wonder when you're actually in the theater.
Oh man, it's different. It's different.
It's totally different.
Oh, it's different.
So I just want to be excited. I'm not, my expectations is not that high.
Okay.
Not that high. I'm too old for that. The younger me would have been excited for each and everything that's coming out. And when you learn to be disappointed when things don't go your way, especially at E3, it could be pricing of a game, it could be the type of game it is, it could be what's in the game. You just gotta
I'm gonna miss being
base minimum expectations so you don't set yourself up for like hurt, especially with games. I know that Fallout New Vegas 2 ain't gonna come out, but it's good to think that it might be, I'm just ready for some gameplays and dates. I want dates as well. I need dates.
You don't want dates. You don't want dates. Dates leads to disappointment.
You got a point though. How many delays we had this year so far?
I know, last year too. Oof.
After I mean when I say y'all, I don't mean y'all, but after how y'all acted with Cyberpunk, like I'll be surprised if y'all ever get a date at E3 again.
Well, y'all. This is y'all. I was hyped, and I understood the delays for Cyberpunk. Yeah. I had no problems with it.
Go ahead.
I didn't have a problem, but y'all, not us, but y'all boosted that game up, gassed it to the point that it was supposed to be better than what it was originally planned. And then when Cyberpunk came out with the game and everybody was not expecting it, that's the prime example of setting your standards too high on a game, especially a game like Cyberpunk that was delayed, and y'all were backpedaled a lot. not us on the panel, but y'all really have to backpedal on what y'all was saying like 3 or 4 months ago before the game come out. That's why I'm not really excited about what's gonna happen tomorrow, because one, whatever happens with Xbox, I'm gonna have it either day one or on Game Pass, or they're gonna blow my mind and give me Fallout New Vegas too. So
yeah, you're not gonna get that, but it's not.
Okay, so you're not gonna burst my bubble, but yes.
I'm like, he's just getting dreams left and right.
Getting dreams all show. It's all good though. It's okay.
On our show, it's okay. I like the clapbacks. I'm like, yeah, I like.
Not a clapback. Maybe next year. It's just like the way time works. I don't think.
Yeah.
You might get a logo.
I'm gonna say this because like I could tell you I really didn't appreciate like prior to recent history, like I didn't appreciate like the amount of effort to go into games. Like making games is difficult. It's hard. Bugs, they take years, and I just got a completely different level of appreciation. So I'm always, anytime there's a delay, it's like I understand. Oh, it's a delay. Okay, I understand because I know how hard it is. You don't know what bug they found that could be game breaking. As soon as you turn the game on, it just shuts the system down. You don't know what they found. So I'm like, fix all that, because when I play the game, I don't want any problems. So I got my appreciation for it is different. Especially I'm making one right now, and so for me it's like I understand, I get it, So
I think everybody should, like, especially like in the games space, like just attempt to make a game, even a small one. It gives you it lets you comprehend a better understanding of what you're talking about when you write reviews and when you talk about games and such, because it's really easy to like download some tools and take a shot at it, do some tutorials.
Yeah, the accessibility for it now is super easy. Like the barrier entry is like, it costs you nothing to just like you said, download Unreal, because I'm doing my game in Unreal, and I was gonna ask you about that out. Once the show is over, it's like, what make you choose? Why'd you choose Unity over Unreal?
Yeah.
And I also got some questions about the story too. But like I said, I don't want to spoil it for everybody. But it's one of those things that it's super easy. Like even with the Epic Marketplace, I can only relate to Unreal because that's what I'm using. But it's like they put a lot of free assets out there. You could just go and download them and just drop them in your game. I'm saying? Then they got Quixel mega scans and stuff, and so things can be extremely high fidelity, or you can get like shell shaded packs to make your game look kind of like Aerial Knight's Never Yield, like the filter that's on the game and whatnot. So it's those things that it's free. Like you don't have to pay for anything for a lot of these assets. So like you said, it's super easy. People should just do it and try it. And I promise you, after spending an hour or 2 hours, they'll be like, yeah, I can't do this. I'm serious, because like it's so the learning curve is ridiculous. The learning curve to make a game is ridiculous. You know what I mean? It's like you guys have no idea how many hours I've poured into tutorials and how many hours I've poured into like trying to figure out one simple mechanic. Because I got this one part of my game where and it was crazy. You do it so often in your game where the person's running, you take the camera, you change perspective, and then it comes back around and you keep the pace. Like I'm struggling on some parts of that. You know what I mean? So it's like, how do I keep it on the rail? So it's just a learning curve, and so I have to do a lot of training. I have to like try to teach myself a certain thing that I don't know, because I don't want to pay anybody to do it. What I mean? That's part of it.
And that's awesome that you taking time to like go through that. You learning a bunch of skills at once, and like all those skills can be translated to so many other things, not just games.
Yeah, I mean, just for me, it's just like I've kind of now where I'm, as far as where I'm at in my career, like I know what I want to create, I know what I want to make, and I feel like I'm the only one that could do it. You know what I mean? It's like I don't want to depend on someone to do it, and I don't want to pay somebody else to do it, because I don't think they're going to be able to realize the vision that I have for it. And I think every person who's passionate about anything that they're making, they're going to feel that way. You want to have your creative control to a certain extent. Like, and as far as writing story and things like that, like I don't want. I mean, we like I said, that's why I really want to talk to you offline about this, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of things that you can relate to.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can chop it up later. But yeah, back to E3, I guess, and get back on topic. E3. So for
expectations
me, expectations for tomorrow. So for me, like I said, I'm not gonna really talk too much about what I expect because I don't want to put nothing out there that people are gonna try to run with. But I expect it to be a fun show. I expect it to be exciting for people, and I just hope people enjoy it. Really, that's all I'm gonna say.
Reese, what you got? Charisse?
I was just thinking about E3. You know what I want? I want Fable. I want them to show some Fable.
He's gonna say that.
I do. I love Fable. Like I just want to kick a chicken.
T-shirt. Kick a chicken. I'm telling you.
We got to put Chareece's
I
face
just
on
want
the
to kick
shirt.
a chicken.
I like seriously. You've always like turned like I can play Tetris. That's because my chill game. That's my chill game is Tetris. Go in Fable, kick a chicken. You feel so much better. Of course, Fable. But then other than that, I just want the feel like honestly, truly. I wish I was there in LA watching it with y'all. But we're gonna be watching it probably in our Discord tomorrow. Mm-hmm. I just want to be like the hype, not the hype per se, but just something new, something that I haven't seen. Does that make sense? I just want like I already know Halo was coming. Yes, I already know Halo was coming. I already know Starfield, whatever. I already know Avoid, whatever. I already know all about that. I don't care. I want something new.
You said Avoid.
I don't know. Starfield is new. You don't know nothing about Starfield.
Yeah, nobody knows anything about Starfield.
Honestly, it's so new. I don't even know if I want it. Like it's just everybody talks about it. It's the next big thing. I don't care what it is. You know what? It can be drawn.
Come on, think about this though. Think about this though. Okay.
Of corn.
But listen, Charisse, you're Bethesda fan and you like Skyrim, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
can I shoot a fireball in Starfield? Can I pick a lock in Starfield? Can I sneak up on somebody and shank them in the back in Starfield? Then I don't care.
Oh wow, you really went deep with that one.
Right.
I'm gonna look that in the nose.
What if Starfield is actually just a Skyrim update where?
And I will buy it day one.
They just be like, yo,
he's
we
right.
took
Nobody
Skyrim.
knows what it is.
They gave you a spaceship.
Hey, can I shank somebody in the back? I'm good.
That's your that's one of your qualifications for real.
Honestly, everybody should know how to make a shank, and shit might pop off one day. You gotta do what you gotta do.
And everybody doesn't know how to do that.
But
they don't want to know. That's why.
Right. They don't want to know that. They don't want to know that.
I just want newness. I want the understandables. If it's new, it's not gonna come out for a while.
What do you mean by new? Because games have never been new.
Right.
Something that I do not know
what's
coming.
I
won't.
Yeah.
Oh, you want a surprise? Okay.
I want something that has not been announced. I want something that's gonna actually spark my, maybe get me off Destiny for a little while. Maybe something.
Because all of this stuff is just shooters. Like I'm just.
And I'm an RPG fan. Like seriously, that's why I want Fable. Yeah. I'm an RPG. Like Skyrim is my shit. Fable again. I want to kick a chicken. Why throw a fireball at somebody else? I just want something new. I want a story. I want engagement. I want to sit here in my chair for a good 2 hours, 3-4 hours, and forget that I have a life going on because I'm so engaged into this game. That's what I want, and I'm hoping that somebody can give me that tomorrow.
Well, it's not gonna come out tomorrow, but
I got hope. Maybe they'll surprise me.
As fans, though, we love seeing what's next, right? Like that's the biggest thing for me. Is like I love seeing what's next. I love the excitement because, for instance, Scarlet Nexus, like that game, they just dropped a demo, and I played through the demo. And it's like I saw the game a couple years. Well, they had it like last year E3. And I was like, oh man, it looks cool or whatever. But it wasn't until I actually like played it to it kind of hit for me. Like, yo, I'm pre-ordering this game. Like, I want this game that bad. And so for me, it's the same thing. Like, I want to see something. Like, I want surprises too. Like, I want to see something fresh, something new. So yeah, I'm with Charisse on that. But.
So let me tell you what's actually
gonna
happen.
Gosh,
I don't know nothing about it.
Killing my dreams again.
I don't actually know anything that's gonna happen at that show, but I'm gonna come out on stage. Okay. I'm gonna point to the crowd. I'm gonna be like, "This one's for you." It's gonna be like a little boy in the crowd. I'm gonna be like, "I got you," and I'm gonna like announce a Static Shock video game. No,
that would be so dope though. That would be so dope.
That'll be awesome, actually.
Yeah. 3 years from now, that's what's gonna happen. No,
Hey,
I think,
speak it out there and bring it into existence.
You speaking it to the universe. It might eventually come back to
Ariel
you.
Knight,
So,
Static Shock. Let's get it. Why not?
So I don't think there's gonna. I think we might get one brand new game that nobody knows about. But I think they're gonna announce like some acquisitions of like smaller studios. Probably like some new colors of controllers and consoles coming out. Then you're gonna get the games that you expecting, the Elder Scrolls, the Starfields, the Halo. And then like they might highlight some indie games that's out or coming out. And then like wrap up the show with like that new hotness that you don't know about, or wrap up the show of Starfield. But I think over the years, people at E3 who hosted E3 learned to just keep it simple and clean, make it about the games. Don't do anything too crazy.
yeah, like cringy. That's what every year something that's cringy happens at E3, but.
And they don't talk about the Game Pass a lot, and I hope they do. Hopefully, Game Pass comes to Nintendo. That would be the showstopper.
How do you feel like because I know you talked about it a little bit earlier, like as far as Game Pass, you think Game Pass helps more than it hurts? Like,
I don't think it hurts at all.
Okay.
I think it only helps. I think the issue with Game Pass itself is that it's branded for Microsoft. People think Game Pass and just think Xbox when it should just be. I don't think that's good. I think Game Pass should exist as this ether, as its own thing that can exist on everything. Because the problem with only like when you think of Game Pass, you think of Xbox, is that you can't ever imagine it on PlayStation or Nintendo.
But see, it's called Xbox Game Pass. That's what it's called.
Well, Xbox has a lot of stuff that they own, or Microsoft has a lot of stuff.
But that's what it's called. They branded it like they own.
I know that, and I'm saying that's the problem. I'm saying like when you link it so highly to one console.
But it's not really their problem though, because it's the other console makers who won't let Game Pass onto their system.
You know why? Because it's branded Xbox Game Pass.
Well, we don't even. Okay, so if they drop the Xbox and just like, here's Game Pass.
Okay, so I'm gonna bust this bubble real quick. I'm gonna bust this bubble real quick, real fast, real fast, right?
Okay.
So you know how MLB The Show was like PlayStation exclusive title, and they released it on Xbox Game Pass. When they boot the game up, it shows PlayStation Studios. Nobody, who cares? It can say Xbox. When you listen, when you pull up Minecraft on your Switch or whatever, it says Xbox Studios. Who cares?
That's the studio that made it, not the.
Come on, man. Come on now.
It's like Fortnite. It's the Fortnite effect. Like, look, Fortnite can exist on everything because it's Fortnite. Fortnite is not PlayStation's Fortnite. You see what I'm saying? You gotta be. I'm literally not thinking too deep. Like have you met Sony Petty? They're not gonna let this go down unless we be real specific about how we brand this now. Because everybody wants Game Pass on everything. I think Game Pass will help everybody. So I'm just trying to make it happen. But we got to make.
The only way it works if you. No, I don't think that should be required. I think it could still be called Xbox Game Pass. I think it could be on other platforms and still be Xbox Game Pass. Who paying? Think about it like this: who paying for it? Who paying for the servers? Who paying to hold all that? Who making the clouds? Who doing that? Xbox is. So I'm gonna put my name on it.
I'm sure they're gonna want people to take over. Like, be like, yo, if you want to be a part of this with us. Like Xbox Game Pass is gonna have to be on the Nintendo servers.
That's like you saying you gonna take your name off your game.
Right there.
No. Here we go. You gonna take your name off your game. Somebody else. Let's say you put your game on this. We're gonna take Ariel Knight off.
I'm more of a studio. I didn't make a whole system. I'm not. It'd be more like me taking Elder Scrolls off of the title and replacing it with something else like Ariel Knights.
I don't see
like Skyrim.
I don't see it like that. I see it as I feel like the branding deserves to be there because they created a platform. Regardless of what system it's on or what PC, phone, Xbox, because it's called Xbox Game Pass. That should make a bit of a difference.
I don't understand why the name matters. Nothing else contributes to it.
Exactly.
If the name doesn't matter, then just take Xbox off and let it be universal.
No.
Again, if that's the case, that means you can change the name of your game. if name doesn't matter, that means we can also change the name of your game.
Just take it off there. Just take
Like
it off.
I'm
talking about a platform, not an individual product.
And I'm talking about your platform.
I don't have a platform. I have an individual product.
So
this is a hosting. This is a hosting thing that hosts other games. My Aerial Knight doesn't host all games.
Wait, so are you saying Google Stadia should take off Google for Stadia? Amazon Luna, was it Luna? Amazon Luna should take off Amazon.
Luna.
If they Google Stadia is not on the PlayStation.
You know what? Let's move on.
For real.
Let's go back to E3 because we're gonna have to agree to disagree.
It's okay. It'd be like that sometimes.
Yeah,
it'd be like that.
And plus, you know, to be fair, I'm biased. Think of
Spotify.
So
it's more like Spotify. Spotify is on everything. Spotify doesn't choose sides. Spotify is not
Xbox
like
doesn't either. How is Xbox Game Pass choosing sides?
Game Pass should be on everything. Xbox Game Pass is not going to be on everything.
See, you're
that's
holding
just
on
a fact.
to it. It's Xbox Game Pass. That's what it is.
I don't care if it. Me personally, I don't care. It could be called Xbox Game Pass. I'm saying realistically, it's never going to happen.
Okay. Like, we agree.
All right, then. Well, check it. I like Far Cry 6. I know it's delayed, and it's set in Cuba.
Oh yeah, that Far Cry looks good.
I am down. I am so down.
Wait. Can you pet the dog in Far Cry?
I heard
so.
I heard you can.
Oh man, he's too adorable. He's too cute.
The thing people don't like. I know people's like, oh my god, it's Far Cry 6. It's something. It's the same as before. Yes, it is. That's what it is. That's what they backbone. That's what they bread and butter.
Like what is
it's Far Cry 6, but the villain, they might have the best villain in the Far Cry series.
Do you feel like there's some franchise fatigue though? Because you know how you make so many that it's a 6th game in the franchise.
You talking to a person that played Call of Duty? Franchise fatigue.
Move right along.
I don't have franchise fatigue with Far Cry. Not yet.
Okay.
I
know people say things about Halo and like or Gears and they do something different with it. And so you know you hear that stuff, right? So it's like that's why I asked the question. But
yeah, I mean, I just don't want no like bugs in the game with the last Far Cry that had me have to stop, reload my game and backtrack. That's the issue with Far Cry 6 that I have. Because Far Cry 5, I was almost done, and I was stuck in a truck and we have to start that mission over, me and LBOOGIE.
Gotcha.
So I just didn't. I don't want that. So they delayed it next year. That's cool. I need that to be crispy clean. Gotcha. I need games developers to understand that if we trying to spend money on your game, especially full price, it got to be as clean as possible because we can't be having no more cyberpunks. I swear. Yeah. So yeah.
All right, y'all. So we got like 15 minutes left in the show, so we got to try to get to either some tidbits or continue to say what we got to say on E3. Is everybody done with the E3 things are like what they expect or what they want to see? Do we have? I want to know.
I have a question about Battlefield though. Why everybody mad about the extra $10?
What you mean? It's multiplayer only.
It's $70.
It's $70.
It's $70 for multiplayer only.
For multiplayer only, yes. Like if it was single player and multiplayer, I would have no problem whatsoever because I was only gonna play the story anyway, and maybe some multiplayer with y'all. But I don't know. I can't.
I get it.
It's like this. If you really want to play a game that you really want to play, then you're going to spend the extra money for it. Look, not a lot of people going to like it. They're going to be corporate greed everywhere. I want people to understand that corporate greed does not just sit with EA. It's the majority of them. Damn, almost all of them. And just because they added the added price there does not mean that like companies are like legit or have an honor system when it comes about with these games. Yes, I am excited to play Battlefield. Yes, I understand that it's multiplayer only. I am saddened that it doesn't have a campaign. Does it stop me from getting the game? No, it's not, because I'm a shooter and I'm trying to get these shackles of Call of Duty off of me. So yes, if it's gonna and $10 ain't nothing, man. Especially with my budgets and what I spend on it.
You got it
$70
like that?
multiplayer. Right. I did that for Black Ops. I did that for Black Ops 4. I think it was Black Ops 4 with them added. With it was $70.
Packs, right? You had all the packs.
No, it was $60, and then it was like $70 for like digital stuff, like digital skins, COG tokens and stuff like that.
Yeah, she heavy on the Call of Duty. But what were you gonna say, Ariel Knight? What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I don't necessarily got a problem with $70 games, because like games been $60 since I was in high school, like 12, 15 years, almost $15. I think we're due for like a price hike, just because of the nature of how cost, especially in America, works. But I even have the feeling as like a gamer that it's just not like the right time, and then the way they go about it sometimes just feels weird. But like for Ratchet and Clank, if that was $70, I'd be like, I get it, I understand. But I don't know. Yeah. Ratchet and Clank ain't removing like the story mode or anything like that.
That part, I can't justify that if I don't have a story. So that's why I'm not getting it. Now, if it had us, like, say, prime example for me, if the new Elder Scrolls dropped tomorrow and it's $70, day one buy.
Okay, but what happened if it had like no single player and it had multiplayer?
Then it ain't this Elder Scrolls Online. I get that. I already got that. Okay. And the base game is free also. So the expansions you have to pay for, which is totally fine if that's what I'm getting at. But again, the online portion still has a story. It has a story.
I feel like if we're gonna go to $70, we need to like ease up on all the microtransactions and like
that
deals,
part.
Like,
we should honestly went to $70 like 5 years ago.
That's the biggest problem. That's the biggest problem because with Battlefield, because it is a $70 multiplayer game, but they're still adding a like season pass thing.
Yeah, see that. Wow. That's the part.
And that's more money, and that's my biggest gripe. Because personally, I will not. I don't spend money on battle passes or season passes unless I'm really on the game. But you're gonna have people that are gonna want the skins. That's gonna cost $10, $15, $20 to get the bundle. You're gonna have kids be like, Mom, Dad, I want this skin, and you know what I'm saying, on top of the $70 that they already paid. So that's like my number one gripe. It's not really the $10 added for my preference of game choice. It's the season pass, because you can add probably another $50 or $100 if you don't know you don't know nothing. So that's the biggest issue for me for Battlefield.
Yeah, and see, for me, I'm not so much a fan of the price tag because of that reason, because they've already had like these battle passes, and the content of the game is kind of separate from the main game that you got to pay extra for. I feel like that's the way they've been charging $70 from jump. So why increase the price? But that's just my rant about it. And then also a lot of games that's in the store and whatnot is cheaper than, like, the starting price is cheaper than the typical $60. So it's like, I really don't know what I was going with that last one, but it's like, if they're gonna increase the price, then increase it for those, not so much.
People gonna buy it. People gonna buy it. Yeah. If they're gonna buy Death Stranding Director's Cut, they sure gonna buy Battlefield 2042 with multiplayer only. I ain't tripping.
Yeah, people gonna buy it. Yeah, because we saw the same thing happen with Call of Duty, like the previous release, right? The one that had the only multiplayer only.
That's Black Ops 4.
Black Ops 4. Yeah.
That had no campaign.
No campaign, just all multiplayer, and it was still full price.
$60, $70.
Yeah.
So that's all I gotta say about the Battlefield game.
Okay, bad. All right, y'all. Do we got any questions? Do we got any tidbits for today?
Oh, okay. I'm okay. I didn't even put the questions up here.
That's cool.
But I got you.
You got me? Okay. Because we had a couple of questions.
Probably got buried.
Obviously, and honestly, so they were not appropriate because we have a guest today, because it was mostly from Rangy 4. and other zinc, and it was petty as I don't know what.
Yeah, we can't do the petty questions when we got company now. Come on now.
No, we can do the petty questions. I like petty questions.
Okay, all right, he
So y'all haven't seen how petty I am. Like, have y'all been listening to me?
Well, okay, CHAREECE.
All right then, Rangy 4, come with it then, boo.
What was Rangy 4's question?
Hold on, let me go back.
I think it's the very first question, wasn't it?
No, other Zeke was the very first one.
I'll get his first question. Other Zeke question: are you ladies going to discuss how terrible Jeff Keighley's show was? It was alright. It was alright. It was alright. It ain't gonna be like tomorrow though, but you know what I'm saying? Tomorrow gonna be better. But it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. I just don't like it. That's
the shoes, man. The shoes.
You know what? His I did watch some clips of the show. His production value has went up very much from the beginning of the Game Awards. So we might have to stop cracking jokes about that part.
Maybe.
He said maybe.
Oh wow.
Whenever someone talk about Jeff Keighley and like they'd be like, oh, it's terrible, I'd be like, do better.
Right. Like replace that with what? Like tell me. Replace that like, with what?
Whoever left a comment, do better.
That's it.
Okay. All right. Next question.
I found Rangy's 4th question. Okay. Ariel, you probably won't understand this reference, but question: do you ladies trust Chris Hart with a roadmap to future games?
No, not with geography.
Not at all. No.
I have no clue what y'all talking about.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. We gotta explain to him at least a little bit so he understand. There's a gentleman that comes here and he likes to troll.
This is embarrassing. First of all, but go ahead.
It's not embarrassing. And one day he got caught up and he didn't know his geography, and we don't trust.
He's getting roasted on multiple podcasts.
Not just ours.
Not just ours.
Other ones too.
So when he put maps, is because he thought he knew what he's. You know what? I'm not gonna do it. You know what he did. He know what he did. He didn't know where a certain location was, and you gotta know. Yeah.
Did he mess up where Wakanda was?
He didn't know.
No, he didn't know what was it, a state?
No, he didn't. No. He didn't know that Canada was in North. It was in North America.
Yeah.
America. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that was something like that's some like 4th, 5th grade shit you're supposed to know already. But the answer is no.
Wait, is he from here? Or is he from North America? Oh, he's in. I thought he was like African or like Egyptian.
No, he's from here. He's from here.
Born raised.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, you should know that one for sure.
Okay, next question.
This is from Stitch. Stitch, is Lady ever gonna play D2 again? Probably not. Not this season anyway.
This is what's gonna happen. Stitch, you're not gonna ask me to play Call of Duty Warzone with you yesterday, and as soon as you get enough people to play your raid with, forget Warzone now. You want to play a raid? He did that.
No, he didn't.
Yesterday.
He rope-a-doped.
He rope-a-doped me. Oh, we gonna play some Warzone. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna play Cold War while somebody download had someone's. Snitch. Someone said it was going to download Warzone, and I was waiting on standby to play, some Warzone.
Wow.
No. Oh, come on, lady. Play the raid, lady.
Why you stood her up like that? Come on, Stitch.
And then I'm like, you know what? He's setting it up, calling other people in the party to set up this raid. I'm like, guys, my light level is not up, and I'm not in the mood to work today. So I'll leave and you guys enjoy your raid. Lady, no, don't leave. I'm like, yes, leave.
Why he sound like that too?
He does sound like that.
Don't leave. And I'm like, yes, because if I'm not in a raid, I don't want to be in a party where the raid is happening. I just think that's just kind of etiquette. I don't need to hear call outs in the middle of my ear while I'm trying to capture the point on Cold War. So I was polite enough and excused myself from the party. And no, I'm not playing with you.
Oh my god. Okay.
Please tell me. We got any more.
Yes. Monica S. What's up, Monica?
What's up, Monica?
Question. Anyone get the new ESO? The new Elder Scrolls Online?
Yeah.
If so, initial thoughts. I haven't played it for a while. Been thinking of getting this one. I did not pick up this one yet because everything else was updated. And again, Phantasy Star Jensen. I was kind of busy, but I plan on getting it in the future, and it does look good. But I have heard, and I use that in quotation marks, that the story is not as good as previous expansions. So take that with a grain of salt. Just putting it out there. Question, Jazzy Noob. What's up, Jazzy?
What's up, Jazzy?
Best mod out here. Best mod out
Best
here.
mod.
Do you think Inside Xbox should make a comeback after E3? I think they should all have like little shows afterwards. Sony,
dang, y'all really
Xbox.
want those shows to come back?
I like listening. Like, look, we're talking to a developer now. I like listening to
That's true.
this
Talk about
stuff.
Inside Xbox.
Well, you know, they can up there for value.
I trust Xbox to do it. I don't know about the other ones.
Hey, look, we gotta give him. But
what's your perception on that? By the way, I'm curious. What's your perception on the fact that Microsoft does these like shows and things like that? What's your perception on that? Do you think it's good?
I like how they do it. I like what they're trying to do. Like, it's the intent for me. Like, Microsoft has good intent, and that's half the battle for me. What they show and what they don't show, and how the show actually is, it matters little to me because it can always be better. But it is what it is.
Yeah, because I mean,
he's trying.
I look at the trends. And it's like you got your Nintendo Directs, and then you got State of Play with PlayStation. It's like those are good, but you know, with the Inside Xboxes, those were like in live, and they tried to do like they had these cringy sometimes stuff that would happen in the middle of the show, and I don't know. So I don't know. I'm more of a fan of the digital shows. You know, I would rather them to have a digital show instead of the live ones, and then I feel like they can pre-record the interviews and just put it out there and still have capture that same kind of, like you said, intent of putting out constant information about the games without, I don't know, the live in-person stuff.
Yeah, so, I think they can do a lot more of the small stuff and like the stuff that doesn't necessarily need to be in a bigger show, just to keep the show times down over the course of a year.
Yeah. Speaking of which, like, how do y'all feel about the 90 minutes? Because they said that the showcase, the Bethesda Xbox showcase the Xbox Bethesda showcase is going to be 90 minutes. Do y'all feel like that's
not long enough?
Long?
That's not long enough.
You said it's not long enough?
It's not. That means it's for all things that people swear Xbox needs to show. It's not long enough
because they're not going to show everything. They're not. They're showing the main. They showing the main stuff. They're not showing everything. They might do some special event probably in November, XO, like they do every year. Like the last couple of years, they did like a special event XO and stuff like that. I think they might do it again this year for all the games that they highlighted at E3. But right now, all they need to show is they main hitters and everything about their main hitters. That's what needs to pop because. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I think 90 minutes is a good enough time. Personally,
I like 90
you
minutes.
don't want to make it too long, and you sitting there like, dang, how long is this? You
don't want to be like Summer Game Fest and then have a gang of games, and then they have like
after the show, like that little
30-minute, like a 30-second clip. I'm sorry, of a game that's a JRPG, but I forgot the name of the title because it's that short. You know what I mean? Right. I wouldn't mind in-depth analysis, visuals, everything about what they bringing out this year, what they meat and potatoes should be for 2021 because I am so tired of people talking about like Xbox ain't got no games. I'm tired about it. Even if we got Game Pass, even if we got Outriders, even if I quote unquote we get Battlefield 6 next tomorrow on Game Pass, there always going to be somebody going to say that Xbox ain't got no games, and I really need them to put on like they fitted caps and thug it out and let these people know like we here, we got the hardware and we got the games to back it up. That's all I ask.
Got you. All right. So anything else? Is that it? Can we start wrapping? Can we start closing out?
Yes. One more last question again from Jazzy. He wants to know if we're gonna do Korean barbecue next year. Yes, sir.
Yes, of course. It's on.
Yes.
Have to. Yes. Mandatory.
You already know it's a GWG tradition that we do Korean barbecue at E3 every year.
Yeah.
Or turned it.
I might even be there next year.
Hey.
Well, you can definitely join us if you down.
For sure.
I mean, we had
send me an invite. We gotta be careful who we invite to the cookout though. So way too many cookout invites out there.
Okay,
we gotta ease up on that.
The invites will be definitely different from last year. Last time that we went to the Korean barbecue, but we do that. I think it's a good way to get full and just to rest and relax in between the days of E3. So yeah, I'm down. Jazzy,
Nice.
you already know.
Yeah, something happened with the feed froze, so I'm sorry about that. But it's funny because the bottom half of the screen froze. I guess we can close it out. But I just want to say I appreciate everybody in the chat for rocking out with us. We appreciate y'all every week. Thank you. Thanks Ariel Knight, for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
For
Y'all are
answering all
super
our
dope.
crazy questions
I like talking to
and
y'all.
stuff. Oh, that's nice. Thank you.
Shout out to LBOOGIE 0208. I know she ain't here, but she here in spirit, and I hope she's having a wonderful, wonderful day. And we miss her very, very much.
Yeah, we do.
Thank you to all the Black people, especially Black women who came out and like really. Sorry, there's like a gnat in my room. It keeps flying in my face.
That's it. That's fine.
Especially all
That's
the Black
horrible.
women who came out and like supported the game and like just been saying such nice things on Twitter to me. Y'all, y'all the best.
Try to look out. We gotta look out. That's all right.
Yes, I seen that when that game come out. Every Black woman was like, "Go buy his game."
Mm-hmm.
I did
Don't
too.
buy this
I was
game.
like, who is this dude? Everybody's like pimping him out.
Nah,
I appreciate
we trying to endorse. We trying to get him to get that paper, that bag, and that's how we got to support each other.
All right, I'm trying to get that Game Pass money. No.
Hey.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on with my feet, y'all. I'm salty, but yeah. So let's see. Who else? Go ahead and give your shout out. Your outro. I'm sorry, lady.
Oh, my bad.
That's cool.
We got Little Nightmares. We got Backbone on deck, and then we have Call of Duty 2 for the Call of Duty Challenge. And you can check me at lady_infamous415 on Twitch. You can check me at my side piece on Twitter, lady_infamous415. I will love to thank our guest here. You have some clapbacks, and you have me sitting. I'm like, I likes that. It lets me know that you're truly yourself here, and we appreciate that. And to our guests, to our chat, thank you for being on your bestest behavior. The bestest behavior. And shout out to the panel for doing what they do best, and I love them so much. And that's all I gotta say. Y'all have a good weekend. Still wear a mask, wash your hands,
Please.
Yep.
Okay, we're trying to have a hot girl summer.
Yep, go ahead. Shout out your Twitter handles and whatnot so people can't find you.
All right, it's your girl CHAREECE here. First of all, I want to say congratulations to myself because I just won a scholarship from the broadcast. Her 100 Dreams. Well, excuse me, 1,000 Dreams. So yes, yay! And then also got invited to be on their stream team. So shout out to me, thank you. But yes,
you. But
Congrats,
I know, right?
Don't spend it all in one place.
I know, right? Twerk it out. Yes, y'all can find me at CHAREECE on Twitter. I am usually lurking in somebody's chats, getting all the gossip as much as possible. I want everybody to have a good weekend. Tell somebody y'all you love them. Wash your hands, wear your mask, because again, we're trying to get out and trying to have a hot girl summer. But yes, everybody have a good weekend and get those wins.
You all know you can follow me on Twitter, DELILAH_HD. And thanks again, Neil Jones, Ariel Knight, and we'll catch y'all next